بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد. Praise and thank Allah Ta'ala. We send salawat on our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family, friends and all those who follow until the end of time. Yesterday Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded us about Iblis and the fact that he is our enemy, the fact that he is from the jinn and not from amongst the malaika. Allah Ta'ala gave him free choice. And before that, Allah even made him so high ranked amongst the jinnat that he was able to spend his time in the company of the angels, right? And despite his great high status, he wrongfully employed his free choice, and he then chose to become an enemy of Allah, an enemy of insan. Allah then says that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ma ashhadtuhum, I did not give them a chance to witness. Ma ashhadtuhum, I did not make them privy to khalq as-samawati wal-ard, the creation of the heavens and the earth. I did not allow them to witness my creating this great creation of mine, the heavens and the earth. وَلَا خَلْقَ أَنفُسِهِمْ, not even the creation of themselves. In other words, I did not allow them to witness how they themselves were created, very much like each and every one of us sitting here. Allah did not allow us to witness how we were created. It was sometime later on that our consciousness sort of kicked into consciousness, and we were then aware of ourselves. وَمَا كُنْتُ مُتَّخِذَ الْمُضِلِّينَ عَضُدًا, and I will not consider those who lead astray. I will not consider those who lead astray, عَضُد, as any help or support of mine. How can somebody support me but they leading people away from me? How can somebody support my cause but they lead people away from my cause? So Allah will never ever consider any false god to be a god that could help and assist Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because all that false god is doing is pulling people away from Tawheed, pulling away from worshipping one true Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one true God. وَيَوْمَ, and on the day of Qiyamah, يَقُولُ, He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will say, نَادُوا شُرَكَائِي, call my partners, call all those associates, الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُمْ, those whom you had claimed. You claimed that there were other gods besides Allah, so call all of them, call upon them, and ask of them to come forward. فَدَعَوْهُمْ فَلَمْ يَسْتَجِيبُوا لَهُمْ, so they will call on them. They, the people that worship those false gods, they will call upon those gods. فَلَمْ يَسْتَجِيبُوا, and they will not answer them. لَمْ يَسْتَجِيبُوا لَهُمْ, they will not answer them. They will be unable to respond. وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمْ مَوْبِقًا, and we will make an appointed destruction between them all. We will make an appointed destruction for them, the worshippers of those false gods, and them, those false gods themselves. Back in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, these false gods might have taken the full-on idol form, and that might have been more easily recognizable. Today's time, those idols will come in different forms. Doesn't look like an idol that stands in the corner there that you are supposed to come bow in front of, but it might look like something that will simply deter you from the obedience of Allah. That thing can be considered an idol. Something that will deter you from giving preference to Allah, that thing can be considered an idol. Something that will take you away and will take you out of obedience and put you immediately into disobedience when engaging with that thing can be considered an idol. May Allah Ta'ala grant that we give Him preference, that we give Allah preference truly over all of our other positions that we have, other faculties that we might possess, that we place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala high and above each and every one of those things. We remind ourselves of the first line of the adhan, Allahu Akbar. Allah is greater than, Allah is greater than, Allah is greater than. That's what the muaddin is telling us all the time. And when we respond, then we of course place Allah at that highest, greatest level that we claim for Him to be in our lives. Allah Ta'ala grant us that we can constantly increase in our levels of worship towards Him. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم تب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.